Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to completely demystify the rapidly changing 2027 digital marketing landscape. We are handing you a concrete, step-by-step roadmap to take you from an overwhelmed beginner to a totally hire-ready professional. So, let's just get right into it. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the AI search evolution, building your WordPress sandbox, mastering modern SEO fundamentals, content strategy and social, email automation and PPC, and finally, building your proof portfolio. Section 1. The AI search evolution and adapting to the future. Before we even think about touching a single marketing tool, we really have to understand the massive shift happening right now in how users find information. I mean, the basics of attracting attention, those haven't changed, but where people are searching absolutely has. Get this, Google AI overviews now appear in almost 55% of searches. That is a massive behavioral shift. And with tools like ChatGPT handling over 2 billion queries every single day, traditional search engine volume is actually expected to drop by about 25% by the end of 2027. Basically, your audience is splitting their attention across Google, AI bots, and social platforms. So our approach to getting found, it has to evolve drastically.
So how do you actually adapt to this? Well, you now have to learn both traditional SEO to get your web pages listed and AEO or GEO to make sure your brand is cited right inside an AI's conversational response. Traditional SEO gets you ranked on a standard search engine results page, but answer engine optimization or AEO is what gets you directly quoted by ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google AI overviews. To put that into perspective, only about 12% of ChatGPT citations actually overlap with the top 10 Google results. That's crazy, right? It clearly tells us you need a dedicated, specific strategy just for AI.
Section 2. Building your WordPress sandbox, your testing ground.
You know, reading about marketing theory is pretty much useless without a place to actually practice it. So your very first step is to build a foundational sandbox. You've got to get in there and push the buttons yourself. By spending just a few hundred rupees on a simple domain and basic hosting, you can set up a WordPress blog with free plugins to act as your real-world testing ground for every single skill we cover next. And don't worry, you absolutely do not need to be a developer. Just pick a free theme, install Rank Math for your SEO, Sitekit to hook up Google Analytics, and WordFence for security. Pick an issue you genuinely care about. Maybe it's local coffee shops or college tech gadgets, and just write a few posts. The goal here isn't perfection, guys. The goal is simply having a live canvas so you can optimize real content.
Moving on to Section 3, Mastering Modern SEO Fundamentals, Rankings and Visibility.
Let's dive into our first core pillar of traffic and see how this builds your overall marketing engine. We're going to blend the old, reliable rules with this new AI-driven reality. First things first, you have to ensure your site is technically readable by machines before you even start worrying about on-page relevance. Technical SEO is honestly often skipped because, well, it sounds intimidating, but it actually gives you the fastest ranking improvements. If your site has broken pages or fails Google's Core Web Vitals for speed, you're literally going to disappear from search entirely. But once that technical foundation is solid, meaning it's fast and mobile-friendly, then you can focus on on-page SEO, which is all about your content structure and keyword relevance.
Now, you'll want to apply this exact checklist to every single post in your sandbox. Make sure to keep those title tags under 60 characters so Google doesn't cut them off. And please, never use underscores in your URLs. Stick to hyphens. But here is the absolutely crucial step for the AI era. You must include a 40 to 60-word direct answer block specifically designed to be picked up by AI systems. AI models literally love to pull clear, concise answer blocks. By placing this summary right at the very top of your article, you drastically increase your chances of being the definitive source cited by an AI answer engine. It's a real game changer.
Section 4. Content strategy and social, fuel and amplification. Think of it this way. If SEO is the engine, content is the fuel, and social media is exactly how you amplify your message to the world. Let's look at how to map this out strategically. Your content strategy has to serve people at completely different stages of their journey, mapping the right content type to the exact intent of that user. Because hey, not every visitor is ready to buy right away. At the top of the funnel, or TOFU, you're really just answering those introductory, low-intent questions, focusing purely on brand awareness. As they move to the middle, the MOFU stage, you offer richer medium-intent content, like an ebook, in exchange for their email address. And finally, at the bottom of the funnel, BOFU, they have super high intent. This is where your case studies and product demos swoop in to actually convert them into paying customers. Now, when you layer in social media optimization, you have to remember one golden rule. Platform algorithms heavily reward long-term consistency over random bursts of creativity. You do not need to be on every single platform out there. Honestly, just pick one or two where your audience actually hangs out. Whether that's LinkedIn for B2B or Instagram for consumers, maintaining a steady rhythm of 3 quality posts a week will absolutely outperform some massive, exhausting blitz of 15 posts in January that you completely abandon by February. For sure, consistency always beats creativity.
All right, Section 5, Email Automation and PPC. Convert and keep. Once you actually have all this traffic flowing in, we need to convert it and keep it. And that brings us to the high-stakes world of email marketing and pay-per-click advertising. Despite what you might be hearing on social media, email marketing remains incredibly lucrative. It returns roughly $36 for every single dollar spent. That's exactly why you must prioritize list building. A lot of beginners treat email as just an afterthought, but let me tell you, automated emails generate drastically more revenue than manual one-off blasts. When someone gives you their email, they are literally inviting you right into their personal digital space.
Take a look at this. This 3-step automated abandoned cart workflow is hands down the highest ROI sequence in e-commerce. It's capable of quietly recovering 10 to 15% of lost sales without you having to lift a finger. It's a true masterclass in timing. You start with a gentle reminder after just 1 hour. Then, a day later, you follow up with some social proof and maybe a free shipping offer. Finally, by day 2, you drop a discount code to create some real urgency. Seriously, setting up this workflow alone easily justifies the cost of whatever email marketing platform you're using. Now, when you are finally ready to start testing paid ads, you want to start with intent-based platforms like Google Search. Why? Because it is so much easier to convert someone who is actively looking for your product. I mean, someone searching "buy running shoes online" is practically already holding their credit card. Facebook ads, on the other hand, rely on interruption marketing. You are putting an ad right in front of someone passively scrolling through photos of their friends. Both platforms are incredibly powerful, don't get me wrong, but intent-based advertising is just much easier to measure and understand when you're just starting out and really need to protect your budget.
Section 6, Building Your Proof Portfolio. From knowledge to career.
So, now that you have the whole playbook, let's look at a chronological 6-month roadmap to turn all this knowledge into an actual career. Because going for breadth before depth, that is a massive trap for beginners. By following this very structured sequence, you ensure that every single skill logically builds upon the last one. This prevents you from, say, wasting your budget on ads before you even understand landing page conversions. You start with the big picture and your website mechanics. Then you dive deep into organic traffic with SEO. Once you really understand organic, you amplify it with social media. Then you learn to capture and nurture those leads with email, before finally turning on the faucet with paid advertising and tying the whole shebang together with data analytics.
Here's the hard truth. Employers don't just want to see a shiny certificate. They want proof. They want to see the actual traffic numbers, the engagement metrics, and the real case studies you generated right there in your WordPress sandbox. Look, passively consuming content all day, that's not really learning. Anyone can complete an online multiple-choice quiz, but a student who grows a practice blog from 0 to 2,000 monthly visitors and actually documents exactly how they did it using this roadmap, that is the person who gets the interview every single time.
Now that you possess the ultimate 2027 digital marketing blueprint, it is officially time to stop passively consuming content and start actively building. You have the complete roadmap for AI search, SEO, and sales funnels. The only question left is, the internet is waiting, so what will you build first? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what you create.